Welcome to Cherry Blossom Yoga. I'm Robin Dinerman, and this is a half-hour Hatha Yoga class for beginning and continuing students. Please join me. Be sure that you're wearing something that's loose-fitting and that you're comfortable in your clothing so you can stretch and move. If you are seated on a couch or a chair, that's fine. I'm going to do a lot of work on the floor today that you could do from a seated position. Or if you're on the floor, you could sit with your legs out rather than crossed. So what I'm going to do first is pull my blanket, which I have folded, underneath my seat. I'm going to sit like on the very edge of the fold. And this elevates my hips and helps to loosen up the area in the hip joints, or it gives me a little bit more flexibility. So we're going to begin with some joint movements to improve the flexibility of your joints, and we're just going to open the hands and then make fists. Inhale and exhale. And inhale. This is one of those breathing routines that you could do the other way too. You could inhale as you open and exhale as you close and make fists. Or exhale, inhale. Moving the fingers around, stretching the hands, and then make soft fists and rotate at the wrist. These are some easy little joint flexibility movements you can do in bed or almost any time, and then go the other direction. And then let's extend the legs out. I'm going to turn a little bit to the side here so that you can join me doing this. And we're going to point the toes, flex the feet, and bend the knees. Point and straighten, flex and bend. This is good for the ankles, the knees, and if you're watching your posture, try to sit up as straight as you can. And pointing, exhale, bending, inhale. I like to make the sound of perhaps blowing through a straw, or the sound of PFFFF on the exhalation, and that helps control the speed and lengthen the out breath. We like to have a deep breath, deep in breath coming in through the nose, and a long extended out breath going out either through the nose or the mouth. So then make fists of your feet. Now, when you separate your toes and push away, be very gentle doing that. A lot of people get foot cramps if they spread their toes too far apart. So we're pushing outwards, spreading the toes, inhaling, making fists, bending the knees, pushing outward, the toes are spread. Inhale, exhale. So maybe you're feeling this a little bit in your thighs, right? Or maybe you're loosening up, lubricating your ankles and knees, and you feel a little bit of warmth. Then we're going to, with the legs about hip distance apart, cross right foot over left, and then turn the toes outward, and left foot over right. So now you feel it deep into the hip joint. So take your time, breathing in and out, and in and out. Now, if you like, if you're on the floor, you may want to separate your legs as much as possible. And I'm pushing the legs apart a little bit and keeping my arms shoulder distance apart. I'm going to reach one hand after the other and press the finger pads right down into the mat or the grass or the carpet or wherever you are, And we're just stretching on each side. Try to keep the feet just slightly flexed with the toes pointed upward. And then seated up, turn the toes in, and then turn them out. And in and out. In, out. Inhale, exhale. Either way is fine. Try to time your breath with the movement of your legs and feet. Very good for opening up the hips, increasing your flexibility. Just these little tiny movements are good for daily practice. Very simple to do. And then if you like, you can sit, if you're on the couch, of course, with your legs dangling. You can sit with your legs straight out. I like to tuck my legs in with one in front and one behind. And we're going to do a breath called a pranayama. This one is called the Murcha pranayama. And here the breathing is the reverse of what we would usually do. We're going to inhale, lower the chin to the collarbone, and exhale as you level the chin. So what this does is, as you breathe in, your chin and jaw come against the thyroid gland, and this helps to stimulate the thyroid gland. So breathing in, lower your chin. Breathing out, level your chin. Inhale down. Exhale up. And notice perhaps your breath is becoming deeper and more peaceful, smoother. And the deep, deep inhalation increases the oxygen in your body, provides more oxygen to your brain, which helps release the endorphins, and it's the body's natural way of relaxing. Bring your fingertips to your shoulder. These are more joint exercises. So lift the elbows up as high as the shoulders. Try to bring the elbows together. Now to begin with, you might be a little bit stiff and the elbows are far apart. Don't be concerned. After doing this several times, you'll notice you have a lot more movement. So inhaling, pulling the elbows back, exhaling, elbows press against each other. Inhaling, open. Exhaling and press. Now to remind you about the yogic breath, when we breathe in, the belly muscles soften and relax. When we breathe out, we pull the navel back toward the spine and exhale all the old stale air. Inhaling, opening, and exhaling and pressing. And let's rest the shoulders and the arms for a moment. If you like, you can do a yoga mudra with each hand, the thumb and the index finger touching, hands resting palms up or palms down on your legs, and breathe. So if you've been seated in this position for a while, it's probably a good idea to exchange the legs. So whichever leg was in front moves to the back, the other one moves to the front. And let's go back to this movement with the elbows coming together. Now we're going to open up, lifting the elbows, inhaling, exhaling, lowering the elbows, exhaling, tightening the belly muscles, inhaling, lifting and opening, exhaling, lowering, closing, pressing. So this is very nice for the neck and shoulders, the muscles down the back of the neck. One more time around. Great movement to do at your desk if you've been working at the computer for a while. And now we'll reverse the directions. So lowering, you exhale. Now as you bring the elbows way back, inhale, lift, inhale, and close. Long out breath. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Begin, inhale. So you see, you don't necessarily need to do this fast, but it's a good idea to be aware all the time of your breath, the muscles that you're using, the muscles that you're stretching. So this is done thoughtfully and with awareness. And press, and release, and pause, and breathe. Once again, we're going to uncross the legs, recross them in the other direction. If your legs are out straight, if you're on the couch, no problem. I'm going to do some reaching movements forward with the arms shoulder distance apart. If you're seated, you can just reach up in the air, like so, one arm after the other. So this gives a different stretch because I feel it now in my hip joints. But being seated, you can still get a good stretch under your arms. On each side, move down through the rib cage. You'll feel a little stretch in the intercostal muscles. And reaching, and coming back to center. Hands resting lightly on your legs. Reach up with one side, inhaling. Keep both shoulders low. Now we're going to exhale and lean to one side. So I want to keep my arm over the cheek or the ear, and I want to avoid bringing my shoulders forward. So please be aware of this. Inhale back to center and exhale and slowly lower down. And inhale up with the other arm and exhale. Back to center, leading with this upper shoulder, and then taking your time as you lower the hand, back to the leg, and pause. Let's do that again on each side. Inhaling up, exhaling, inhaling center, and exhaling, the hand floats down and returns to the leg. Inhaling up, and exhaling, and inhale center, and exhale. A little bit of a spinal twist now. You can relax the hands on the legs just as we have them, and then place your fingertips of one hand on the opposite shoulder. Try to get your elbow up as high as your shoulder. Sit tall, reach up through the crown of your head. Breathe in. Breathing out, tighten the belly muscles. Let the rib cage rotate to the side, and then look over your shoulder. Let your eyes look to the very corners. Now inhaling back to center, and lower the arm. And place the fingertips of the other hand on your shoulder. Breathe in and out and turn to the other side. Let your head turn, keep your chin level. Eyes look to the corners, which means you're not looking up or down, but straight. And we'll repeat on each side. Exhaling. Inhale, center. And exhale as you twist. Let's do this just one more time so that you can feel the difference. You'll feel your neck's a little bit more open. The twist is a little deeper. And back to center, and pause, and breathe. Close your eyes for a moment. Draw the air up your nostrils, pull it down your throat, let it fill your lungs. Imagine that it fills your belly. And exhaling, tighten the belly muscles, pulling the whole belly back towards the spine. And letting the air travel up and out, either through your nose or through your mouth. And then let your mind scan your body. Notice how your neck and shoulders feel. Notice the position of your body. Are your shoulders above your hips? Are you holding on anywhere? Can you exhale and let go? And let the legs sink down a little more, and the shoulders sink. And your head reach upward, and the sit bones press downward. And breathing deeply, exhaling completely. Take a deep breath, and let's come down to the floor on our backs. You can have the blanket underneath you. Make sure you do have some cushioning under your spine, whether it's your mat or an exercise mat, but a layer of cushioning to protect your spinal column. And come down to the floor and scoot this away. And pause. And stretch. Inhaling, bring the arms over the head. Point the toes, take a really deep breath. Let your back arch, and then exhale and bring the arms forward. On your next in-breath, turn the palms up, tuck the shoulder blades underneath, and allow the shoulders to roll back, which opens and lifts the chest, making breathing so much easier. Let's place a foot on the floor and lift up the right leg. Now, if you are seated, lift up your right leg. Just stretch it straight out and rotate at the ankle. And reverse. And now you can hold on to the thigh if you want. You would draw a big circle in the air. Drawing a big circle with your big toe. About 5 or 6 of these. Be careful of your knee. Go very slowly. Move with awareness. And then reverse the direction. Breathing, noticing how the knee feels, the different muscles that are affected, and then open up the leg. And you can either open the arms up like so if you're lying down, or turn the palms down. I prefer palms up. And we're going to draw a big circle in the air. Take your time. And roll over. I've got my right leg up. I roll over onto the left side. And then I bring the right leg down. I'm balanced on the right side. So keeping your attention, your focus at your navel. This is a wonderful movement for toning up the tummy muscles. Some more movement into the hip. And then we're going to reverse, rolling onto the side, onto your back. And if you do this slowly and you have proper cushioning under your spine, this is a wonderful massage for the lower back area and also a strengthener for those lower back muscles. So let's complete this movement, ending with the ankle right up above the hip. Flex the foot, firm up the calf muscle, and without pressing down through the arms, breathe in and breathe out with control of your breath, with control of your leg, keeping tension away from the left foot, leg, knee, everything concentrated on the right leg. Lowering it down, place it gently, and release and breathe. And then with the other leg, open it up, and again the ankle rotations. And then reverse the direction. And then if you like, you can hold on to the side. Don't let the knee come inward. We're going to rotate around. And then go the other direction. And then open up the leg completely, arms out, and draw a big circle in the air and allow your body to roll from one hip to the other. And again, keeping your focus and attention at the navel. So if you're seated, you could still do a modified form of these leg rotations. And don't try to make it too high, you just want to get that circling movement. So going the other direction. And ending with the ankle above the hip. Flex the foot, firm up the calf, breathe in, and releasing the breath and the leg slowly. Gently place the heel down, and then let go of all the tension. And you can stay on your back. You can roll on your side. If you roll on your side, press your hand into the mat. Come into a seated posture. And with your eyes closed, let's take a moment to just experience the benefits of the deep breathing and stretching and postures. Let a feeling of great heaviness come over your body, with your arms and legs too heavy to move. But your breath flows in and out easily, effortlessly. And then a feeling of lightness comes over your body. All the weight disappears. A feeling of floating, a sensation of floating upward, weightless. Peacefully, serenely, turning inward. And with each breath, going into a deeper and deeper state of relaxation. And let your awareness return to your body and your breath. Slowly open your eyes. If you're lying down, give yourself a good stretch. I'm going to open my legs, reach for my toes, reach up. Do whatever you have to bring your awareness back to this moment. And remember, you can recreate this feeling of quiet and peace, this feeling of being open, not held back, feeling positive and confident through the deep breathing, coordinated stretching, and the asanas, the postures of Hatha Yoga. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you're feeling wonderful, and I hope you add a little yoga to your day every day, and you carry this feeling with you into your day, into your week, and into your life. Namaste.